خلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear listeners, to this closing of this Ramadan special that we were together with in this blessed month, and I pray something of benefit came out for me. For surely it's always a good thing for me to re-imbibe the beautiful surah. So here we are. Hopefully we'll all be finishing off our Quran reading in this month, and now I'm just going to take you through to the last two surahs, which are Qul A'udhu bi Rabbil Falaq and Qul A'udhu bi Rabbin Nas, and together they are called the Mu'awwidhatayn. The two A'udhu means refuge, so they are the two that give you refuge with Allah against all badness, against the shaitan and against everything. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim is how we say. So here we are asking, in the first one, we're asking Qul A'udhu bi Rabbil Falaq. We're asking refuge with Allah, who is the Lord of the Falaq. The Falaq, the daybreak in first place, but Falaq is everything that sprouts, that opens up, and it bursts open. Allahu alam if it could also refer to the Big Bang. So Qul A'udhu bi Rabbil Falaq. And what is it? And then it says, what is it asking for? It's asking for refuge from the shar. We did in Iza Zulzilatil Ardu Zilzalaha, sharran yara, khairan yara. Khair is goodness, shar is badness. So from the shar. So from the shar of ma khalaq, of all created things. So everything, Allah is the creator, the khaliq, and we are all created, and we all have the potential of good and bad. The rose has the thorns, that's also a potential shar. So, but everything, it can bud into a rose, and yet it's also potential shar. So all potential shar, anything. This is a useful, the table is useful, but if it falls on my foot, I can be hurting my foot. So everything has that, every created thing. So what is this surah asking for? It's asking for protection, and it is saying, I need protection from all things that are created, from the shar of ghasiqin idha waqab, of the darkness as it overspreads. So darkness is usually referred to as also the time when maybe more crime happens, more things happen. So from the darkness. And then from those who nafasat fil uqad, the mischief of those who blow the secret arts. So anything to do with curses, black magic, all of those things come into this category of ayah 4. And then min sharri hasidin idha hasad, and the one who does hasad. And hasad is the envy, the negative one. And you know, there's a whole lot of description. You go, if you in the tafsir, there is one that I don't want him to have what he has. One is envying the person, but one is also, why does he have? It's as though I am the one who is the distributor of bounty, and I'm resenting, why did he get it? And even when we have these negative thoughts, it means we are not happy with Allah's decree of his distribution of wealth. Why did he get that good car? Why didn't I get that? So we are asking min sharri hasidin iza hasad, for the one who does hasad on me maybe, but also I need to, when I read this, I need to make sure I am not doing the hasad on the other person. I am not doing the hasad on the other one. And so, how I'm going to relate it with the next surah also, why I wanted to, because they are called as a pair and they go together, just as in the beginning we had the Surah Baqarah and Al Imran known as the Zahrawain, the two beautiful big ones, as clouds or something overshadowing us and protecting us. So these at the tail end of the Quran are also two which are going to protect. And the way it's asking from the Rabbul Falaq, it's asking from Shar, from the Khalaq, from the darkness, from the whisperers of magic wands, or whatever they are, all those negative traits people can do to harm you. And the last one, the hasad. So progressively, it's from everything created. Then between day and night, from the evil of the darkness. And then between all sorts of people, good or something, but the one who do nasty things on you, and the last is the one of hasad. So in terms of the nature and the character of one of the very harmful ones is doing hasad. Both, God forbid that I should be doing it on somebody else. So both ways, you are trying to keep hasad offset away from you, and also you make sure you're not doing it. So we mustn't go overboard in thinking, oh, I'm so cool, I'm the princess, I'm this, I'm that, and they must be doing hasad on me. No, don't stop blaming other people just for your own shortcomings. But we can fall into that they are doing hasad on me. Don't worry what they are doing, but you think of, let me not also be one of those people doing the hasad. So this is here asking Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, the Rabb of the falaq. Now going on to Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. Here we have 3 times we're calling out to Allah. We're saying Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas. So we are calling out here 3 times to Allah that Allah, you are not only the cherisher, the Rabb of nas, of mankind, you are also the malikin nas, you're also the king of mankind, and you are the ilahin nas, and you are the God of mankind. 3 ways we are calling out to Allah. Ya Allah, you are A, B, and C. You are the cherisher, you are the Malik, and you are the Ilah. Now what am I asking? I am asking refuge from you from just this one thing. And what is this one thing? From min sharri waswasil khannas. There it said min sharri ghasikin iza waqab. It said min sharri ma khalaq, with everything that's creative. Min sharri ghasikin iza waqab wa min sharri nafasat. The shars were 4. Okay, and here we have asking Allah 3 times, calling him by different names, and we are asking him for min sharri waswasil khannas. We're asking from freedom, from refuge from the shar of the waswas. Waswas is what they call an onomatopoeia word, which sounds like what it is. It's a whispering. That's what waswas is. Okay, so the waswas, who khannas, who retreats. Khannas is one, he comes, he gives me this bad idea in my mind, he retreats. Now it's my mind, if it's vulnerable to negativity, it will pick up that idea, and now it's my mind that's going da 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 ding, and all those things of I am holding on to it. I am holding, he has just done it and he's disappeared, he's gone, and he's sitting from behind the bush or wherever watching me being caught up in this waswas. She didn't look at you nicely, she didn't do that, he didn't do that, whatever it may be. And then what it is, and then it describes Allazi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas. So he doesn't just whisper me here, he whispers in my heart, in my sudur. And we have done this previously about how the chest is the place where feelings are. So here is where he attacks me, fi sudurin nas. And then what does he do? In the hearts of mankind, and they can be both from minal jinnati wan nas, from the jinn kind, from the unseen entities, and also from nas. So even if your neighbor comes, oh, but she didn't come to you, she didn't greet you, but you went well. Any negative thing people say to you, that's what we need to be careful. And alhamdulillah, in this month, because we are fasting, we're not hopefully talking too much into random stupid things, we are safe from this. But these surahs need to be read morning and evening, often on yourself, on your children, on blowing, because in the first case we wanted shar of 4 things that Allah asked. Here we are asking Allah, in 3 times we're calling out on him for one. So this one shar is really the very, very bad shar. And with this, the Quran ends, and then usually our protocol is as soon as we end the Quran, we immediately start with Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, and there we have it, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa Iyyaka nasta'in. And there too, we have Rabbi Rahman, Qul A'udhu Rabbin Nas, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So here the ending of the Quran rejoins with the first Surah Fatiha, and they come together if you take it around, that we started with the Rabb, and here we also are ending with the idea of Rabb, of how he takes care of us. There we also have Maliki Yawmiddin here with, we have Qul A'udhu bi Rabbil Nas, Malikin Nas, the Malik of mankind there. And our protocol is to read up to Surah Baqarah, up to where we are, the first ruku maybe or less. And what that does at this tail end of Ramadan, when you restart with Fatiha and a bit of Surah Baqarah, what it really does is it's starting you off afresh to read the Quran again. Okay? And so, so that you really need to take home, that do that. Even if you're finishing last, very end time of your Ramadan, start afresh with Al-Fatiha and a bit of Surah Baqarah. And then whether you take the whole year to read it with the tafsir, with the translation, with something, if that's how long it takes you, continue daily basis, whether it's a ruku, whether it's a line, but it's a consistency of our actions that give us merit also. Everything gives us merit, as soon as you go high up. But there's no point climbing a mountain, the Everest, and then for the next 6 months you're flat on your back. There's no point in things like that. So it's a consistency that Allah requests from us, wants it, not requests from us, demands from us, hopes from us, and He loves it when, we hope that our end will be radiyallahu anhum wa radu anhu, that we are well pleased with His decree for us, and He is pleased with us, and He says, "Wadkhuli fi ibadi, wadkhuli jannati." You, my ibad, and the best way when He loves us most, He calls us our abd. So when we are the abd, Allah is the Rabb. Okay, so that's the relationship, and He loves to call us the abd. And that's what He'd love us to be, that we be His abd, and we connect with the idea of ma khalaqta jinna wal insa illa liya'budun. He didn't create us or jinn, and we said jinn kind and mankind here, other than to worship, to do abd for Him, to be in worship of Him, and worship for Him is in worship of humanity, also in doing all good stuff. So Ramadan is one of the ibadat that we need to do. All the other goodnesses that we do in here, we stay away from sins, we stay away from all kinds of useless talk, and so on. But with that, I'll leave you, and as a precursor of the ending of Ramadan, it's always a sad time for that. And at the same time, we hope we will be blessed with Eid, and we have a good Eid, and we just consolidate the goodness that we've taken. The night of Eid is also very special for du'as, rather than just starting to pretend there's no more Ramadan. And that would be just a beautiful thing. So whatever, if I've said anything that's been beneficial, may it work in my a benefit for my akhirah, and for you, if you've been able to implement anything and come closer to Allah, may it be good for all of us out there. So with that, I'll end up. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.